Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. Now, I'm starting to review a new show called The Family of Chantel, Season 4. In case you don't know who Chantel and Pedro are, they were actually featured on Season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé. And because their storyline had the most drama, they were the fan favorite, they were involved, they were featured in Happily Ever After and a couple of 90 Day Fiancé spin-off. TLC said, you guys, your storylines just continue to be juicy. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give you your own spin-off show. And that's what happened with them. I've been following their spin-off show from Season 1. It's just I've never reviewed it. So that's why I've decided to review Season 4. Now, I'm going to make a separate video about their entire journey for some of you that don't know and are interested to watch more of the family of Chantel. Season 4. Now, let's get straight into it. Season 4, Episode 1. The episode starts with Chantel and Pedro arranging things, which seems to be a new house because it does not look like that crappy one-bedroom flat that they were staying in. And no offense to that, but they have really upgraded. The TLC checks are really, they're getting cleared, seriously. And I see that Chantel is doing well. She's now a registered nurse. Entry level, and hey, Pedro also seems to be doing well, from working in a warehouse to having a new job, which I believe is in real estate, or I'm not sure if it's a translator, one of those two. So now they've acquired a 5-bedroom house. House looks very big, very spacious. It's actually a dream home. And they've worked very hard. Chantel asked him, have you talked to your family? Because the last time we met up with them in the DR, it was a mess. Like, your sister was throwing bottles at us. She was disrespecting us. Your mom was walking towards WYNTER. What is it? Are you still talking to them? And he said, I talk to my mom from time to time. But when it comes to Nicole, my God, Nicole and I were not on speaking terms. She made it clear that she doesn't want to talk to me because I reached out to our biological father. She's still holding grudge against me. And I'm also doing the same. I don't have time for that. So Chantel is just worried about him. Despite how Chantel feels about Nicole, she feels that for Pedro's sanity, it would be best if he reaches out to her, and if they try to, and also to try and maintain the peace because of his mental health. Chantel is not doing this for the sake of Nicole. She's thinking about Pedro's well-being. So let's just get that straight. Moving forward, another scene. We finally see WYNTER. And WYNTER is the younger sister of Chantel. She has received flowers from her ex-boyfriend, Ja, who we knew from the previous seasons. She has wasted 7 years in that relationship, and that guy never treated her well. She was taking care of that guy's son. She cheated herself. He robbed her of her innocence. He had different type of beliefs. He wanted her to be extremely submissive. He felt that she did not have a right to almost anything. And he was quite controlling. So the family had to intervene and said that no, this can no longer continue. Because she was at a crossroads. She received flowers. Chantel said, why didn't you throw them away? She said, oh, I didn't know where to throw it. I said, WYNTER, be careful. Because before you know it, you run back to that man's arms. I'm just saying. People always say they've broken up. Before you know it, they're back together. WYNTER has finally decided to get weight loss surgery. she has been following this famous TikToker who also had weight loss surgery, and she got inspired by that. Her family, they're happy to hear the news because, hey, that can build her confidence, her health, and so many things, her self-esteem. But the only problem they have is that the surgery will take place in Mexico. They just don't know why that's the case. So I also don't know why she's going to Mexico, but hey, that's what she wants. And her family, they don't have a choice than to support her. And Karen, her mom, just warned her that just be careful because, again, we don't know about their regulations. We don't know if they're scammers. We just don't know what the survival rates are. Like, we just have to be careful. But hey, understandably so. Next scene, we get to see Pedro's family in the Dominican Republic, which is Nicole and the mother Lydia. And Nicole is just practicing her model walk. She thinks she's Naomi Campbell in those heels. And she is just specialized in the pageantry. She did Miss, I think she said at a young age, she has always signed up for a lot of pageants. Miss Earth and other pageants. So now she said that for Miss Universe, she's applying for it, and I'm not sure if she's accepted. And she's just talking to her friend about what happened the other time when Pedro was there. And she said that she threw a bottle at his family. She was just so angry because Pedro reached out to their biological father. And it was just also seeing Chantel. So I'm not surprised because Nicole has always been jealous of Chantel. She always wanted to be Chantel. I don't care what you say, but that girl, she's so insecure and she doesn't have anything to offer. She and her mother have been bullying Chantel and her family for so many years. And because they feel that they cannot squeeze any money from Chantel, they just end up hating her because she's not a follower and she has a mind of her own. But moving forward, she also made it clear to her friend that she and Alejandro, they broke up. Her friend said, you guys will be back together again. And I said the same thing because they've broken up like 5-6 times. Nicole said, this time it's for real. I don't want to deal with Alejandro. I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. I'm ready to go to the club and enjoy myself. And maybe find a new guy. I've got these new titties. I've got this new confidence. The checks from this show has cleared. So hey, I'm here to enjoy my life. The mom is happy that Nicole has finally broken up with Alejandro. And the mom doesn't want Nicole to ever date a Dominican man again. She feels that they're not serious. They're not husband material. So she feels like, hey, open yourself up. Find a foreign man. Preferable an American man. He might be husband material. He might take care of you, love you, and hey, provide the Benjamins. I said, gosh, this mess just continues. Anyway, fast forward. Winter and her family, specifically Karen and Chantel, they traveled to San Diego and they met up with the TikToker that Winter is inspired by. I forgot her name, something Barbie. And so she lost weight and she is guiding her through that process. From San Diego, they have to travel by road to the border of Mexico. So they've managed to make it to the town, and after they took the time to just go around, check the place, shop around, Karen bought like a couple of masks, which are just... that mask, one for $15. I wouldn't buy it, but maybe that's just me. It's not something you'll be using, but that's Karen. Karen has a weird sense of fashion or just anything. She likes to possess weird things. She has a collection. It's just weird. And as they're sitting and talking, Chantel asked her Winter about the new guy that she's dating, and it turns out that Winter is dating a 25-year-old Nigerian guy that's based in Nigeria. They met online. They've never met face to face, and they're just talking. And Winter said, I want to do things differently this time around. The first time I wasted my 7 years with a guy that controlled me, that used me, that did not make me feel wanted. And now I'm here to change things. I don't want to make myself vulnerable. I'm guarding my heart this time. So I want to take things slow. And I said, wow, that's a good thing. So I see that Winter, she's coming out of her shell. She wants to change. She's tired of just being the fat, unattractive sister, if we just have to be honest. Yeah, she wants to gain her confidence. And Winter is a very, very beautiful and calm girl. So that's the thing with it. Now, the episode ends with Pedro sitting in a restaurant. I think it's a Dominican restaurant. As they're FaceTiming each other, he said, oh, I miss your cooking. I miss everything. And Chantel said, it's not easy. Pedro made it clear. He said in the confessional that, I remember when I was working in the warehouse, I had to cook and clean while Chantel was busy with her nursing degree. Now that I've got a different job and Chantel is now a nurse, she doesn't even want to help with cooking, with cleaning, with anything. And she's just selfish and this and that. And so Chantel said, I'm preoccupied with so many things. I'm working full-time. It's not easy. So I've heard that Chantel and Pedro, they're going through a separation, but it's just hearsay. I don't want to spoil anything, but this is just what I'm seeing on social media. If you look at her Instagram, she doesn't have a single picture of him. I don't even think she's following him anymore. And I think vice versa. The thing with Pedro is, Pedro, I get where he's coming from, but Pedro is also selfish. Yeah, if he's calling Chantel selfish, he's also selfish. Because when he got to the States, Chantel was the one that had to pay for literally everything for this guy to stay with her. In the beginning, it's always like that. And then you had his family putting pressure on her because they wanted her to bankroll them in the Dominican Republic. He never stood up for Chantel. He let her take all the heat. He let his mother and his sister verbally abuse Chantel and her family. And then yet he's here being ungrateful because what, she doesn't want to cook when she's tired from her nursing program, or even now that she's working hard, she's working full-time. And mind you, you guys have this show. It's thanks to Chantel that you guys have this show, and that the bills are being paid, and that even your mother and sister that are featured on this show at least are seeing some sort of income. It's thanks to Chantel. But then you guys always want to blame her for everything that she's doing. She's not perfect. But it's very rich coming from Pedro. For him to be always looking for an excuse to be blaming her. That's what he did last season. Just because he was trying to look for his father and she was asking questions. But hey, let's see how this goes on. I cannot wait for this season. Guys, let me know what you think about this season, and would you also like me to keep reviewing this show? Thank you once again. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Thank you. Bye bye.